Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another quick draw. This is our afternoon daily doodle where we draw something different every day, and often it's inspired by something I've seen or done, but I am very happy if you would like to email me or message me and say, Karen, please can you, or Bess, please can you teach me to draw blah. This week we have had a request to draw a turtle. So we are going to be doing a turtle next week. So thank you for that. We will do a week of things to do with the ocean. So that will be really exciting. So if you do have something you'd like to draw, then let me know. Email me, message me, or tell mummy to tag me in a post. Now, what else is exciting is this. I'm going to do my attempt at a boomerang. We are going to have a weekly Wednesday giveaway. Woohoo! So, what's a weekly Wednesday giveaway? Well, we're going to do a drawing. And I'm going to ask you children to submit your drawings to You Create Art at Home. I want you to submit your drawings. I would like you to copy in 5 friends and let them know how fabulous it is. You can do it on Instagram or you can do it on Facebook. Share your fabulous drawing that you've done today with 5 friends. And tag me in it, and then you will win a prize. And I have 3 prizes today to give away. So stay there, wait for it, and find out what those prizes are. But before we do that, let's start drawing. I'm gonna flip over my leaning pad. We'll move that out the way. I'm really excited today because I went to Aldi. Aldi have their annual art day. It's a bit like when people queue up for the camping supplies or the skiing supplies. I queued up and I got myself some new textures, which I'm really excited about. Pastels, primaries, and a lovely set of monos, monochrome, blacks, greys, and all that. I'm excited to use them, and we are going to use them today. Now, you might be able to see in front of me here are a pair of really cool high tops. And these I designed and I coloured in myself. And if you're super familiar with your art, you will know that that's Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night. And I had, there they are, 2 of my trainers. They're a little bit, gone a bit dull now, haven't they? But they've got my You Create on the back. And I wear them with pride in and around the gap. I absolutely love them. So today we are going to draw a trainer or a sneaker, and we're going to design a design on it. And then I have 3 pairs of these brand new spanking white trainers to give away at the end. I've got size 38, 37 and size 40. They've never been used, they've never been worn, they're beautiful and clean. And you will be able to do your design, and you will then be able to draw your design on your own high top sneaker. So I've got 3 pairs to give away, and I will tell you how you can win those towards the end of our session. But for now, I want you to get your pencil. I want you to get a piece of paper. I want you to get a rubber and a pencil sharpener. And let's get drawing. You'll also need some textures, because I'm going to use textures at the end, or felt tip pens. And what I would say is, if you don't have the same size as the ones I've got given away, I wear a size 40, I think. I'm not sure what size these are. My daughter, I'm a 38, so mine's a 38. In English terms, a size 38 is a size 5. In Australian terms, that's a size 7. Okay, so I've got 38, I've got a 37, and I've got a 40. You can win one of those pairs. Not printed, you'll print them yourself. But what I was going to say, if they don't fit you and you want to win one, then they make brilliant pencil cases, because my daughter's got one on her desk. Okie dokie. So let's start to draw our lovely trainer. Now I'm kind of going with an American baseball kind of sneaker. So our basic shape for this is going to be a triangle. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in a triangle using the side of my pencil. I'm going to go down, and it's not an equal triangle, which means, and I'm going to try and, actually I'm going to swap pencils, because one of the comments that came from you, one of the viewers, one of my regular drawers, is that they couldn't see the HB. So I'm going to swap it out for a 2B, and hopefully that will be a bit darker for you. Let's get another light down on there as well, and that might be a bit brighter. That's looking good. Awesome, let's go. All right, so I'm starting. This is the top of my trainer. I'm going to put a little cross up there for you. This is where the toe is going to be. I'm going to put another cross there, and I'm going to go down using the side of my pencil and kind of do a diagonal. Now I am going to go down. I'm going to do a cross there. I'm going to go across the bottom, and I'm going to go down one side there. Now, obviously that doesn't look much like a trainer, but that's going to be our basic structure for our trainer. As we know, this sneaker or the high top, it's not triangular, is it? It's got an area, a flat bit at the top where your ankle goes. So we need to straighten this, which is where our foot's going to go. So I'm going to straighten up there. Again, just using the side of my pencil, because if I use the side of my pencil, then I can rub it out, can't I? Now, don't go as high as my cross, and I'm going to join it like that, kind of getting a bit of an angle. Now you're starting to see that this is where the ankle's going to go. The ankle goes in there. That's the top of our high top, and we're going to work our way down here. Now, these baseball boots kind of flatten off a bit there. Then they go back out towards where the front of the foot is. And we'll do all the stitching and stuff later, but for now, let's just shape in our trainer. And then we go to the toe. Now, most baseball players have really big feet, so we're going to make sure that this isn't too small. So I've gone all the way down to the bottom, and I've rounded my toe. Again, we will shape this in a minute. We're going to go a bit lower. We're going to put in our sole at the bottom, which is the bottom part of the shoe. And now I've got that shape, I'm going to rub out my triangle. So rubbing things out as we go just helps us to stay focused, and we don't get confused where we are. So already we've gone from a triangle to this shape, and it's starting to look a lot more like a sneaker. Okie dokie. So we are now going to start drawing in the detail. Remember, giving away 3 pairs of these at the end for anybody that draws a beautiful trainer. Doesn't have to be a high top. It could be a low pair, like you could get your trainers out of your closet and you could draw your trainer from your closet. So I've just changed the shape. Gone from a straight line, made it a bit more bumpy down there to get the edge of where the stitching is. Now it's got a section here where the laces come, so I'm going to draw, it's like an extra bit of leather, and we'll put some stitching into it later, but we're just going to draw this extra flap, and it curves down. So if you want to draw with me, but you want to go and get your own trainers, that's absolutely fine. You can draw along with me, we can chat together, and then we can see what everybody's is looking like come the end. How does that sound? All right, now I'm going to turn around the corner, and this has a bit of a bumpy bit where it goes over and down, and the tongue bit would be inside there, wouldn't it? And that's where the tongue would be. And on these high tops, these are Nikes. I think they're Jordan Air. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are. Has this extra bit, and these bits kind of help them. I think they're kind of like structural. They help them keep their foot nice and strong. So it's got this structural bit here, and we're going to put some laces through there in a minute. So this bit here comes down and around, and we're just going to wobble around that bit, follow the curve, and back down to there. So that's that piece there. This is where all the laces will go in around here. Now we're going to do the front of the foot, shallowing down to the front, and I'm going to rub out that top triangle. Okay, now the front of the foot, it's going to have some stitching on it, so let's put the stitching line. It's going to go back like this, and then it's got a kind of swoop and into there. Kind of swoop and into there. Done that a bit dark. Let me just get the shape of that correct. Kind of goes back like that. That's a bit better. Okay, and then that's going to go down there. And then with the sole area, you end up having like 2 or 3 different areas, don't you? It's like layers of plastic. If you have a look at them, they've got like a layer there, then a middle layer, and then a bottom layer. So you get these kind of ridges all the way down. So let's start off with the first layer. If I do a little ridge like that, and then we're going to follow this line. And to make it look like it's curved, we end up going in where the instep is, and then we make it go out where the heel is, and that helps to give that shape of the sole itself. So we need to do one above there. I'm going to follow that line and up and down, and then we want to put a bump there so it looks 3-dimensional. Okay, straight down for the middle section of our sole. And the front of it is slightly, off the ground. So if I was going to put the ground in, the ground would be here. So I want to create an angle. So it's got a kind of rocking toe. So let's put the ground in so we know where we're heading. And I'm going to put an angle, and I'm going to go down to there like that. And the bottom of the sole, to show that it's got treads, we're going to do these kind of like little cutout sections. Which if it was a snowy day or something like that, obviously it would, or if you were walking through mud, it would leave that tread pattern, wouldn't it, in the mud. And then I'm going to put that another line just above that tread, which is where, if these had a black sole, that would be really black on that bottom bit. Rub out my guidelines again. So that's the sole of my trainer. Now there's another section at the back, which is where the heel is, and it's like a big letter L, but it's a little bit more of an open L, so it's quite a wide L. This part here has a swoop that meets up with the back of the heel, so put in that stitching swoop there. And then we've got to put in the famous tick. Now I'm going to do it, I'm going to sketch it in first because it's going to end up there, so it goes like that. And then it's a bit like a fisherman's hook. And it goes like that. So that's my Nike tick. I shouldn't say Nike probably. Jordan has a baseball on his, the top bit of his air, whatever they're called. And he has his name on the top here that says Jordan. And then he has this kind of wings motif. So I'm just going to draw it in very subtly. If you want to make your own motif, you can. Brilliant. Okay, now I'm not going to draw, I'm going to put in the laces, and then we're going to get to going straight in with the textures. So I'm going to put the laces in like that. There's one lace. And you only see a little part of the lace because obviously the lace goes into the shoe, and you just have the hole there where the lace threads into. This one's going to go right across there. You'll have to rub out the bits on the trainer that cut through. You might see a bit of the back lace coming in, so you could do like the crissy-cross bit of the back lace coming in. Then we've got another lace there. I'm going to make this a bit longer, and through there, there's another lace. at the top here, we're going to have one going forward like that. And another one. And a hole there, so this is a really big lace. It's going to go in there. Rub out those lines where the boot is, that helps a bit more. 1, 2, and we've got 2 more. So one goes there and one goes there, and you can just put them wherever you like really. They just sort of crisscross in and disappear. Right, to make this look three-dimensional at the top, we're just going to end up putting a kind of back area to the shoe. And you might just see the back side of that shoe a little bit through the back. Going to rub out the top of that triangle there. All right, so I'm not going to do any more sketching to this because we don't want to have any more lines. We're going to go over with a black pen so that then we can do our design work. Remember that you can enter this competition and you can win a pair. I've got 3 pairs to give away of these fantastic high tops, so you'll be able to design yourself. They're brand new. I've got a size 38, a size 37 and a size 40. And you need to you need to draw a fabulous picture for me. You need to then share it on my pages on Instagram or on Facebook, and I want you to tag 5 friends. And if you tag 5 friends and share it, then you could win one of those 3 pairs of fabulous trainers, those high tops, and I will send them to you and you can design your own, okay? But you need to draw it first. You can follow my drawing here, or you can get your own trainers out of the cupboard and you could sketch those. I don't mind either way. And once you've sketched them, go round them in a black Sharpie or a black marker. These are my beautiful markers that I have just bought from Aldi today in the art sale, and they're beautiful. I'm loving it. Got a really nice flow, and what I do love is that they're double tipped. So they've got a small one that end and a fat end that end on all of them. And I've got primaries, pastels and monos. So monos meaning monochromatic. So I'm going to do the black for the outline, and then I'm going to get my monos to do some grey, and I'm going to do my design on this shoe today. And like I say, these are mine that I drew, and I absolutely wear them. I love them to bits. So you can look super cool. Nobody will have a pair like you. You will look fantastic and unique, and they will be completely your design. How fantastic would that be? All right, we're going to do all these little stitching marks like this. All the details, when you're drawing things like trainers, all of these details are really what make it come alive, yeah? So you really do need to spend a bit of time. You can spend much longer than me doing the drawing. You can put in some shading work if you like. I'm keeping mine super graphical. I'm going to put 2 rows of stitching there. And 2 rows of stitching here. Inside of the shoe I'm actually going to colour in black. So that's the hollow. I'm not going to go all out. This is Jordan's design on his boots, on his air tops. I'm not going to get the exact details. I'm just putting it in as a kind of like badge, really. You could make up your own badge if you wanted to. The stitching is going to take a little fiddly bit of time, but that's okay. Now my design idea I have for this is to do some graffiti. So I studied graffiti art for my dissertation, for my degree, many years ago, long time ago. But I was really intrigued, and I used to love street art, and in fact I still do. I don't like graffiti that's tagging, you know, the sort of defacing, abusive words. I'm not into that, but I'm very much into street art, and I think it has a place most definitely in communities, brightening up spaces underneath motorway, bridges, all that sort of stuff. Indeed, I think it looks fantastic. I would actually love to have a piece of graffiti art here in the studio. I just can't afford to pay a graffiti artist because, you know, it is a highly trained skill. I am definitely not a graffiti artist. I can paint murals, that's a very different thing, but a graffiti artist has very, very, very independent set of skills. And to be honest, it's one of those things that you have to practice in order to hone your skills. But I've often thought I'd quite like to have something done. So that is my basic design for my sneaker. And we are now going to, so this is my graffiti book. The A to Z of graffiti, which I've had since university. It's a much loved and much worn book, and it has a whole load of graffiti from around the world. And I've picked this guy here that I'm going to draw on my design. I think he's nice and graphical, and I'm going to put him in here. So I'm going to draw his face here. He's going to have his hat on. And you can draw whatever you want on your design trainers. And then I'm going to put his ear coming up like that, around that part of the sneaker, the inside of his ear. I'm going to put his face in, looking grumpy. It's kind of a bit wild, really. I liked him because he had kind of a TV, an old-fashioned TV on his head here, which is pretty funky and cool. And then he was wearing a green jumper. You're not going to see all of it, but it comes out here, comes out here. It's got a P on there, and he's got a giant pencil. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. I like that. So I'm going to put his thumb in, and then put this giant pencil, which is going to straddle the whole of my design. So there's one finger, two fingers. It's got a big eraser on it, so the eraser's going to go around the back. And I want the pencil to come right down to the bottom of the shoe, and then do a squiggle mark like he's drawing on his shoe, like he's some naughty dude that's drawn on the shoe. So he's a naughty kid. So let's draw that in. Not using the big black one. So you can draw whatever design you want. And each Wednesday I am going to do a giveaway. So tune in for the quick draw each Wednesday, and there will be different prizes to win each week. I'm going to turn that into a B for Bess. So it's me. I'm being naughty. I'm drawing. I've been a naughty girl here. I'm the naughty drawer. So I've drawn the rest of his body. Draw the pen there. Then you might want to do some of these shapes. I'm actually going to colour him in, so let's do the red for his helmet. Oh, that's a beautiful colour red. Look how vibrant that is. Awesome. Maybe I should design myself my own trainers like this with graffiti dude on it. Totally recommend these pens, people. They are very nice. Okay, he's got a green t-shirt, so let's get that green in. He's got blue trousers. Let's put the blue in. He's got pink in the inside of his jumper, so I'm going to put the letter B in pink. Misdrawing his elbow there. So let's find a skin tone, which they have in this pastel set, which is very nice to see. It's kind of a pale skin tone, so we'll do his face. And then we're going to just quickly do in the TV as well. Blue on one side, blue on the other side. And then I'm going to use this green in the middle. And then just like the graffiti, I'm going to go around the outside of my dude in this green. And then I'm going to go in grey as well. So I'm going to use a grey. I'm going to do a kind of like that classic graffiti double layer of colour. And we'll do a couple of clouds in the blue as well. And I can see that there is a, where's my black gone? Woo. Lost my lid. I don't want to lose my lid, because if I lose my lid, I'll dry out. Not my new pen. Oh, that's it. My lid's gone. It's under the table. I'll have to get it in a minute. Okay, these clouds I'm just going to outline in black. And I'm going to add some drips. And I'm thinking that my pencil needs to be yellow. So I'm going to put my pencil in yellow. Oh, that's a nice yellow. Very strong colour. And the tip, and we'll follow the yellow along there. And I think we'll make the Nike tick in yellow as well. It's like a really bright orangey yellow, isn't it? In fact, maybe it is more orange. Awesome. Just colour in his fingers. And then the eraser, I'm going to colour that in red. And red on the top of his piece there. And I think I'm nearly done. That's the sort of expectation I have of when, I mean, you can colour in loads of it. Or you could just colour in certain pieces and leave the rest of it without a design. You can really go to town and do whatever you want, okay? I like my kind of angry man, my drawing guy. So you have fun, draw your trainer, then do your design work. I'm just gonna give you the code word. So the code word to enter is inspire. So I hope I've inspired you today. Here is my trainer. Here was my inspiration, the boots that I did. There is the code word. So do your drawing. Take a photo of it. Write the code word inspire and upload it to @YouCreateArtAtHome on Insta or Facebook, and you could win yourself a pair of really cool high tops to do your own design on. I hope you've enjoyed watching me today. It's been lovely drawing with you. As always, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.